Oh man, this thing. Oh, this is so weird. Seeing myself on here. So I'm using my cell phone to do this right now because I still don't have my computer set up for it, and I'm watching myself on my iPad, which is hilarious to me. What's up, guys? How y'all doing? This is an interesting setup, I must say. Check this out. I've got this thing stacked up on some boxes. It's a pretty good box, right? Yeah, man. How you doing, guys? Yeah, I know, brother. I'm telling you, the live feed thing is still somewhat new to me in so many ways. I'm still trying to figure all of this out, and so yeah, I just wanted to do a live feed tonight. I wouldn't call it necessarily a question and answer session, although I am open to some questions, right? But I just wanted to get to know you guys still and just have a relaxed session with you. And also, I'm going to be talking a little bit about Gen Con preparation. Sorry if I'm not looking directly in the camera. I'm looking at the screen more. But I'm going to be talking about Gen Con preparations and also asking who's going to be going. And we might get a little bit into something about a giveaway that we may be doing here soon, or we're going to try to be doing here soon. And, we've been wanting to do that for some time anyway. Hey, Jeff, I know. I honestly didn't think I was going to be going this year, and things have just kind of worked out to where I was. And I would have loved to have gone to Origins. I would have even loved to have gone to Dice Tower Con and some of these other ones, but Gen Con is the one that just seemed to work out. So, but how about you, Joshua? Are you going? Are you going over to Gen Con this year? Because if you do, I got to give you a big bear hug. You know that, right? PAX Unplugged. Yeah, yeah, man. I know. Everybody tells me about PAX Unplugged. It looks amazing, absolutely amazing. Um, but yeah, man, I've been trying to get kind of a giveaway together. Uh, can't tell you exactly what yet. Be certain that it is games, right? There are going to definitely be some games involved, but at the same time, yeah, I can't say what it's going to be yet, and I'm hoping it's not stuff you'll already have. But like I say, we're trying to figure out how to run that, how to make sure that we're gonna, be able to get everybody in that we want to be able to get into this thing, and also, quite frankly, I have no problem saying this. I want to get a little bit more support for the channel. And so, when it comes down to it, oh, is it the Dragon Dice game that you forwarded, uh, Joshua? I'm betting that's what it was, right? I'm excited to take a look at that actually. Yeah. Okay. Cool, man. I appreciate it because hey, the more the merrier. The more games we get to review, the more content we've got, right? But but yeah, I want to get a giveaway together at some point. And quite frankly, I'm thinking about it's kind of like a thank you to everybody for subscribing. And once we hit 500 subscribers, I'm guessing that's when we're going to actually do the giveaway. Right now, we're just a little over 350, and so just want to be thanking everybody who has supported us for the past year. I've been pretty amazed by the support we've gotten. And I've said this before. Some people might think that 350 subscribers is a very low number, and in some cases it is. But for me, I find that it's quality of people that we're getting coming onto the channel and commenting and really engaging with me on Facebook and other social media platforms that I really look for. And I mean, sure, numbers are great, but I really enjoy getting to know y'all and actually having discussions with you on social media platforms and such. And so I really wouldn't trade that for anything. It's been an amazingly fun ride. So, but anyway, who else? Anybody else going to Gen Con? Jeff, I know you said you weren't. Anybody going to Dice Tower Con? Let's go there. I know that's coming up. What, next couple of weeks, right? Anybody going there? Oh man, I didn't realize how red in the face I was. My goodness. I've been out in the heat and humidity all day. I think it was like 102 degrees out today, unloading trailers and stuff with my main job. So, oh my goodness, I must have gotten a little bit of heat in the face. But so, actually, I am curious though, Joshua, are you going to Dice Tower Con at all? Hold on just a second. Yeah, I'm recording right now, baby. I'll be out in just a few minutes. Big Bad Con. And I forget, do you live in Cali, Joshua? Because I thought you lived somewhere else. Do you live in Oregon or something? Okay, okay. Yeah, I missed you a couple of months ago, man. I was in California for almost a week. So it was kind of slightly secretive, but on purpose. It was for good reason. Um, but yeah, man. So, by the way, I'm kind of curious if you can give me a little spoiler of what you thought of Dragon Dice, brother. Like, you don't have to give me all the ins and outs, but I'm curious if you enjoyed it at all. Let's see this thing. So you have to hold my camera. Ooh, what's on the shelf? Ooh. Okay, so tell me, anybody excited for this game that's coming out? The expansion. I am curious about that too. Yeah, see, I'd never played it, man. I never knew about it until they brought it up to me. You know, I never knew about it, and so they asked me or maybe I mentioned it to them. I can't remember now. I think I mentioned it to them, and it just sounded fun. It sounded like a lot of fun, like right up my alley. But anyway, like I say, this was just a short video. I know I did it kind of impromptu. Yeah, I know, brother, but I wasn't really like heavily into the gaming industry or into modern style board games even back then. Like I loved board games, but the thing for me is that I got out of it for so long. I was into video games for the longest. I'm still like video games a lot. Um, yeah, I was too. I was too. I was a big nerd growing up in some ways. I mean, I played football and wrestled and things like that. But I also loved anything that had to do with nerddom, so to speak. But yeah, I got back into the scene. That's funny. I'll go into that. I got back into the gaming scene probably back in 2009, maybe a little earlier than that. Somebody showed me, of all things, Catan, and it wasn't catching me. Right, Catan was not catching me. But I played it and I liked it okay. And it wasn't until I traveled out of the country, I went down to Brazil and on one trip, and then I went down to Chile and Argentina and Chiloé Islands, and there's penguins there, which was really cool. But I went down there, and a guy from Canada on in the group that I was with, he had brought down a game called Family Business. Now, have y'all ever played that? I'm kind of curious, actually. Oh, okay. I got you. I got you. Hang on a second. Let me. Yeah, this game here. Family Business, man. This is one of the absolute most cutthroat games I have ever played in my entire life. Like, you have to get right with God before you play this game. It's that kind of game. You know what I mean? You gotta make sure all your friends are like, we're not gonna kill each other after this game. This game, I jokingly say, almost cost me a marriage, and I say jokingly, it was like half serious because my wife and I, we were in that group, but we weren't married at the time, right? And so we go down to not Canada, the guy from Canada, which is amazing to me because a lot of my Canadian friends are typically real low key and real mild mannered. But boy, when you get into this, it's like they're cutthroat and all that, and they want to kill everything. But anyway, we go down there, and this guy, right? This guy wants to show us this game, and so Amy and I are sitting here going, "Okay, cool, we'll play it." And the first round, because it's a mafia game, and I did a review on this. So I think it was my very first one actually. It's a mafia game where you have a bunch of different families set up, and you have like 9 family members in that game, right? And it's like a last man standing, last person standing kind of game. And so basically, what you're trying to do is you get the hand of cards, and they've got contract cards in there, which are like hits. Basically, you put hits out on different mafia members in there, and you got to put them on a hit list. But once you get 6 people on the hit list, doesn't matter how many players are in the game, could be up to 6 players. But once you get 6 people from all players, or however many people up on that hit list, a mob war begins, and people start dying off really quickly. Well, in this game, if you put a contract on somebody and they counter it, they use like a family influence card or something like that to stop what you're doing. They take control of the game, right? And it skips other players, and that might be a negative for some people, but boy, it really gets cutthroat. And so my wife, getting back to that story, my wife decided to attack me. Okay, keep in mind we were courting at the time. We were getting to know one another, and we were planning on getting married at some point, right? And so we're dating, I guess. And so we're doing that, and the next thing I know, she attacks me, and being the big macho guy that I am with a lot of pride, I still have a lot of pride issues, but even more so back then, uh, I decided to take her completely out of the game. I went after her ruthlessly. And I want to say she didn't get more than maybe 1 or 2 more turns in that game. I cannot remember. But all I know is I took her out, and she didn't talk to me for almost 2 straight days. And I had to suck up a lot of humble pie, man. A lot of humble pie. I think I even wrote her a letter telling her how sorry I was for being a jerk. But this game, man, it's almost like think of how diplomacy, it says it costs friends, costs your friendships and stuff over time. This one's kind of like that in a smaller, quicker package. But man, this game right here, dude, you should check into it. This is one of my favorite games to play, but I've got to be in the mood of somebody. Yeah, exactly. Somebody has really ticked me off in another game. We had this happen a few weeks ago, actually. A couple of buddies of mine kind of got into a rivalry because one buddy of mine destroyed another buddy of mine in a game. I can't remember what it was. Might have been Rising Sun, as a matter of fact. And that one buddy who got destroyed said, "All right, man, I'm going to destroy you in Family Business." Cos, pull that game out. So we pulled that game out, and he got destroyed in this game too by a guy who never played it before. As it was hilarious, man. This game, it will destroy friendships. It really will, but it's so much fun. So much fun. Anyway, so that was the first gaming experience that started to get. I mean, Catan kind of did it, but I wasn't as big a deal. But that Family Business, I realized how bloodthirsty I really am, and that game started getting me back into it. And so the next thing is, no, not this one. I'm sorry. The next thing was my wife and I moved to New Zealand a few years later. After that, we had a lot of things we were going through at that time we had to deal with, and so we moved to New Zealand. And while we were there, another guy actually from the United States had brought Catan with the Cities and Nights expansion. I don't know if y'all have ever played that, but and then another guy from Germany brought Bonanza. Okay, my first Uwe Rosenberg game that I'd ever played. My wife fell in love with this game, by the way. She fell in love with this game, and I began to as well after a little while. But I got into Catan Cities and Nights, and that's when the hook happened, right? I got hooked hook, line, and sinker into it. I needed something more than vanilla Catan to really make me engage in the game. And after that, when we not long, well, I'm trying to remember how long we were there in New Zealand. But anyway, once we moved back to the States, I went hog wild. And it was at that point I was looking at, different reviews online. I discovered tabletop, and then I discovered the Dice Tower, and then I discovered, oh my gosh, wow, has board gaming changed since I've been into it, and that's kind of really in a nutshell what happened. And I just started kind of feeding myself board game reviews. And of course, those top tens from the Dice Tower really helped out with a lot of like things I was trying to discover about it. And from that point on, as you can see, I mean, the shelf started getting thicker and thicker and thicker and thicker and thicker with games that I started collecting. And there's even games I've given away. This isn't even all the stuff on the shelves. There's some things down here. There's things in my closet, and they haven't come out of the closet in a while. But yeah, I mean, and then I started starting board game groups. I started several of them, and I got one board game group to where we were getting, goodness, I mean, 10 to 15 a night every time we did it. Like we do it once a week, I think, at that time, and we get 10 to 15 a night. And it got so big, and the problem was a lot of people didn't. We did a lot of party games. We did some style of smaller games, but the problem was we didn't get. We couldn't get the these games, the Dinosaur Islands and games like that played. Things that only require 4 or 5 people, because nobody wanted to break up into groups. No matter how hard we tried, so we actually had to split that group down. And I said, look, here's the thing. We'll set this group on one night, and I'll have someone else run it, and then I'll run another group where I can get more of these games that require smaller player counts in, and that's what we've been doing now for the last several years. I'm checking the comments. Hang on a second. I got into that story, and I'm sorry I haven't been paying attention to y'all's comments, guys. Let's see what we got here. Let's see. Oh, okay. Oh yeah, Jeff, I believe it. I believe it. Yeah, you're always the game guy, right? You're the one who goes to those places and takes stuff. Then started brand. Really? See, Logan, I wouldn't have thought. Or sorry, Joshua. I'm looking at Logan Chops. I'm just gonna say Logan Chops. I didn't think you. I didn't think you'd gotten into Catan. I don't know why I just didn't consider maybe you would be a person that really enjoyed Catan that much. Oh, okay. I didn't know that, Jeff. It's funny because I had a friend of mine who was the host for several years, and then we just started doing it over here. And then somebody was nice enough to donate this really nice board gaming table. As you can see, I got my iPad up for comments. This really nice board gaming table. They donated it when I started my own YouTube channel last year, and that's why we even got that, you know. And so now it's like, well, why not host it over here when we got a nice board gaming table? Do you have a lot of new people come in, Jeff? I could go light or heavy. I prefer, light, medium, or heavy. I prefer kind of a mixture. There's some nights though I just have to go. Um, we're gonna play these couple of games, and one game might take 2 hours, another game might take 30 to 45 minutes. We typically, I have 3 nights a week right now during the summer that I set aside for reviews, board game nights, and review nights. And what I mean is the reviews would be like what I'm doing right now, for example. Normally, I might be recording a video right at this point, but I wanted to talk to y'all and just have a discussion with you about things. And then I have one night where tomorrow night I think it is where I'm gonna have guys come over and we're gonna play games to actually get them reviewed. We're going to play them. Usually we play them several times anyway before we review them. And so we'll do that week after week after week sometimes before we review a game. And then on Thursday, that's when we actually have an actual game night, right? Your friends call you Logan? I'm just expecting some Wolverine claws to come out, man. I've been expecting it since I've ever seen that name. But yeah, the one thing that yeah, one day, really, I'm expecting bone claws in when you do that. But I tell you, the one thing that got me concerned about doing this YouTube channel, and maybe you guys can relate to this, Jeff. I don't know if you're doing reviews as well, aren't you? I'm trying to remember now. But anyway, the one thing I was concerned about was that this thing, okay, well, this thing would turn into more of a job than having fun, if that makes sense, right? I was really concerned about that because I knew it was going to take a lot of my time if I wanted to put out regular content. I guess I didn't realize how much work it was going to be. I knew it was going to be work, right? But then when companies started deciding to send me, the free games and to review copies, I should say, and things like that, it was just like, wow, this thing is bigger than I thought. Like I knew it was big, but it's just, I had no idea that that was a thing. I guess, and that was just my ignorance. And so it's really cool. Oh, is that right? Okay, dude, edit some of my videos, please. It really eats away. It eats away at my time. I love editing my videos though. If you see all the funny, crazy stuff I do in them, I love to have fun, right? And by the way, if y'all seen any of the weird intros we've done, 9 times out of 10, those are completely done off the cuff. Completely done off the cuff, almost completely unscripted. We just go, hey, this sounds like a good idea, and we do it. But anyway, oh, really? You just got you quit your full time job, Logan? I'm going to call you Logan now. Every time I see you on Facebook, I'm thinking Logan, and I'm going to think Wolverine. Wow, what were you doing before, brother? Because, see, I work 4 jobs right now. Oh, really, Jeff? Okay. I didn't know you were into editing videos, man. I might hire you. Oh, okay, okay. Now, Logan, were you charging for previews and things like that on your channel? I don't know. So, Colby, what's up, man? It's good to see you on here, brother. I'm loving that avatar too, by the way. That's so cool. Oh, off topic a little bit. Be on the lookout in the next couple of months. Not at the time I started right. Oh, okay, I got you. Um, be on the lookout in the next couple of months. Who has gotten in on that Kickstarter? Who goes there? Right, the one that's based on The Thing. John Carpenter's The Thing, right? Or the book, I should say, that was the influence for that. Who here has seen The Thing, that movie? I'm not talking about the 2011, which is, oh, it's fine, but I'm curious who all's seen it though. You didn't know about it? Oh my gosh, dude. Okay, if you did, y'all watch my? I don't know if you watched my top 10. Oh, really? Okay. I love social deduction. I love social deduction. It's one of my all-time favorite genres. All right. Don't get me wrong. I like it. I love it. I should say, Deception, Murder in Hong Kong up here is awesome, and Burke's Gambit and things like that. But when it comes down to it, like Dead of Winter is one of my all-time favorite games. Have y'all watched my top 10 videos of all time? Me and Brian, when we did that and had our banter and all that. If you hadn't watched it and you get a chance, think about it. Maybe go watch it, and you'll see that. Well, top 30 games really, because we had 3 videos, and we did 10 games per video per person. Well, anyway, we did that, and we had a lot of social deduction games on there because I just love social deduction. Well, if you know anything, Dead of Winter is one of my top favorite games. Okay, and it's strictly. I mean, I love the survival horror aspect of it, I guess, But I absolutely loved the idea of a trader in that game. I love the idea of a trader in that game, and I love the idea of the social deduction aspect, right? You have to trust everybody at the table. Well, who goes there? If I could pull it up for you right now, I would. You need to go check it out. Look it up on Kickstarter. It's already funded. It's already been funded since like last year. But I've got a copy of it coming in, okay? And it kills me because I didn't discover it till much later. So I'm getting kind of like a late pledge copy, okay? This game is based all on The Thing, all right? All on that book, the 1938 book that the John Carpenter movie was set about, okay? And Colby, if you're still here, you might want to check it out if you're into social deduction. It looks absolutely amazing. So, anyway, the one thing I liked about it, though, was it wasn't just that you were, like, you know how in Dead of Winter and other games like that, you start off with everybody's got a hidden role, right? You have characters and all that, but you got a hidden role, and somebody may or may not be a traitor, right? Or everybody has hidden not just roles, but you know what I'm saying, like the agenda that they have to finish the game out. In this game, the thing I liked about the idea of it is that nobody is a traitor at the beginning. There's no hidden roles. Oh, dude, I know, Colby. Oh man, I'm so excited for that. I'm assuming you've been keeping up with it, right? But there's no hidden roles in that sense, at least that I can see. Okay, and as you go along in the game, at the very beginning of the game, it has a paranoia factor. Okay, at the beginning of the game, everybody trusts everybody, and it's got kind of like a. It's hard to explain. It's almost like kind of got a Catan style trading system. Okay, uh, you have to go outdoors to rummage and get stuff that you might need, and you've got this player board that has a build menu on it. And what I mean by that is it's got, for example, if you want to build a knife, what's up, not my eyeball? How's it going? You can't have mine, okay? You've already got that ripped off in your logo. But anyway, it's got a build menu on it, okay? And you got this whole thing. It tells you all these amazingly cool tools that you can actually build with cards that you trade with other people. So, for example, you want to build a knife, and forgive me, I'm not going to know everything of the game in front of me. Go check it out on the Kickstarter page. It shows you a lot of this stuff. But on the build menu, if you want to build a knife, for example, if you've got rope, you say, hey, does anybody at the table have metal? I need it to build a knife, okay? And I need to use that knife to go do something, right? And so somebody at the table might go, yeah, I'll give you a metal if you'll give me this, or maybe they'll just give it to you. And if they give it to you, because you're all cooperating at the beginning, it's not competitive. They give you that. You literally use those two cards, turn them in, and you take a knife token, and now you have upgraded your character. Okay, and it's also got XP in the game where you actually upgrade your character stats. By the end of the game, everybody's going to be completely different in that way. But yeah, and so as you go along, if you have to go outdoors to get things, right? If you got to go outdoors and get things, and you're running the risk of running into the thing, okay? And if the thing gets to you, you have to fight it, right? Well, if you're able to fight it well enough, you may not receive. And again, I may be getting the rules wrong again because I haven't gotten to play it myself. But you might not receive a vulnerability card. There's 12 vulnerability cards in this deck, and even if you get a vulnerability card, it doesn't necessarily mean that you're infected by something. But there is one infection card in the game. Okay, so for example, throughout the game, paranoia starts growing because you don't know who to trust at that point. For example, I might have like 4 infection cards in front of me, but another person might have 5 or 6. And so you're sitting here going, well, Kaz might be more trustworthy because he's only got 4 cards. But the thing is, I might have the infection, the other guy might not, right? And the crazy part is, as you go along, as the game progresses and more vulnerability cards come out, that increases the chances that somebody is the thing. If you start trading with people, they have the ability to infect you during that trade if they so want to. Now, if they're the thing. Yeah, if you say you're not a fan of the thing. Yeah, but that's not. Yeah, and see, that's the thing. That's funny. That's the thing. The thing. The Outpost 31 game, I haven't played that, but I'm hearing that this game and just looking at the mechanics look absolutely completely different in so many ways than the Thing game, right? The Who Goes There game that the IP is based off of. It's supposed to look completely different. And the thing I'm not going to get away from that joke. But the thing I do like about the Thing game is that trading and build system. The building system looks amazing. Looks amazing. Like if I want to build, like camp protections, like I want to board a door up. I mean, I have to get the proper tools, and I can use those buildable pieces to create something. I can actually upgrade. Sorry, I'm getting messages. I can actually be quiet, Logan. Uh, but I can actually upgrade my knife into an axe. If I get more buildable items for it. I could. There's so many cool things about this game that really it makes me more excited to play it than the actual Outpost 31 The Thing game. Right? You're never gonna get that. I'm never gonna get past that joke. It just when we do this review, we're probably going to throw a lot of puns in there about that because it's just going to be unavoidable. But yeah, so if you haven't had a chance to check it out yet, go check out Who Goes There on Kickstarter. I've been clanging that bell since I found out about it because again, social deduction. Yeah, exactly, Colby. The skill tree item progression. That thing, the thing. I'm telling you, man, it's like I can't get past it. But that right there, that skill tree building system, and the fact that you get XP in the game that you can, spend to make your character more strong and open up things. Anyway, I'm gonna stop saying that. I'm just gonna get past it to open up things about your character that you wouldn't normally be able to do. That just sounds amazing to me, and I love it. And I'm just gonna be able to, as the game goes along, I get to look my friends in the eye and say, "Screw you! I'm not giving you anything because I don't trust you." And I love those kind of games. It's so cool, and I'm so excited for it. So anyway, well, I went on and on and on about that, but you really should check out Who Goes There. And I know I'm gonna have to change my whole vocabulary. But anyway, so yeah. But anyway, so exactly giving you the thing, the item. So anyway, y'all, you need to definitely keep an eye on the channel. Pretty soon, like I said, we're gonna have. Yeah, it does look like it has a lot of replay value because you're going to be able to do the skill tree in different ways every time. It sounds like no two games are going to be the same. But the just keep an eye on the channel. Pretty soon, I'm hoping to introduce that giveaway. I think don't hold me to this yet. This is all new for me. I haven't done one before, but I'm thinking once we hit maybe 500 subscribers, and that's going to require people coming to the page. I do all the sharing I can, but I don't want to I don't want to blow up everybody's forums with spam. And so I try to keep it to a minimum. But once we get enough subscribers, like 500 or so, I'm thinking that's when we're going to initiate it. More than likely, I still got to talk to Brian about this and figure out how we're gonna approach it. I don't know if we just take names down and pull them out of a hat. I have no idea. Right, so this is all me just spitballing about it, and trying to figure out where it sticks. Right, that was gross, but anyway. So yeah, that's the thing about what we're trying to do over the next several months, and we may go ahead and do it right after Gen Con. Like I said, again, this all depends upon subscriber count too, and it's really just to get a way for us to give back because y'all have been so supportive of us, and we wouldn't want to do the channel without you. Honestly, I really appreciate all of y'all. I've gotten to know some of you as friends, and I've talked to you privately on private chat on Facebook and things like that. And I just really appreciate you, and it means a lot to me that y'all have supported us, watched our content, no matter how silly we get. When Brian put on a Flash outfit one time and pretended to be He-Man and crazy stuff, we've done all some crazy things over the past year, but we like to have fun. We don't. I just don't like boring reviews. I like to have fun and have people laughing while we're doing it. Let's see. You made a post. Oh, you did one? Oh, dude, I need to talk to you then because um, I definitely want to get this giveaway right, and I want to be fair to everybody. You know, I want to give everybody a fair shot at winning it. And who knows, we may do another one before the year's end. I can't promise anything. Um, you know, no, nothing's promised right now in that way. I'm just saying I want to do this giveaway. I want to bless our subscribers who anybody who has ever subscribed to us, and also the one thing I really appreciate about our content is that we have so many people who comment on it. You know, I really appreciate you guys when y'all comment on the content because we like to interact with you. I love to interact with the subscribers. You know, I love to interact with people that are following us. So it's a big deal to me. I'm a big believer in relationship building, getting to know people. This isn't just you watching this goofy guy with a beard on a screen and you know all that good stuff and hearing my opinion. This is also, hey, talk to us. You know, we love y'all. We appreciate y'all. We're people like you. It's not about. I want this to be as close to personal as I can get when it comes to you know, being through a video screen. You know, there's not much I can do except go and meet y'all at conventions. Which again, if any of y'all are coming to Gen Con, I'm now going. We've got that in the bag for the most part. Just one or two little small items to deal with, and we're there, man. But we're only going to be there a couple of days. So whoever all is going to Gen Con, I'm excited to meet you, shake your hand, and I can't promise we'd be able to game together because I don't know. I've never been to Gen Con. Who all's been here? Who all's here been to Gen Con? Raise your hand. You gonna be there, Colby? Awesome, sweet, dude. I've been wanting to meet you since day one. You know, you were one of my earliest subscribers. You were one of the earliest followers and supporters. So I appreciate you. But who all's been there? I'm curious. Like Logan, have you been there before? Colby, have you ever been to Gen Con before already? I think you probably had. You were there last year, right? Didn't I see some posts? I will give you bear hugs. All right. I'm a big believer in hugging. Well, within reason, right? One of the one of your buddies gets a nearby room. Okay, cool. Oh, dude. And again, I didn't think I was going to go. I didn't think I was going to go, and some people talked me into it. And I have to give a big thanks to Fallen Dominion Studios, our sponsor, for helping us out with it this year. Because again, without their help, we probably wouldn't be going. I, I was going to go to a smaller con if we were going to do anything, you know. But um, I don't know. I'm just going to be getting to meet the people that have watched our content and I've met on Facebook, and I'm just really excited to connect with y'all. It's a Southern East Coast thing. West Coasters shake hands a lot. Yeah, I know, and I know. I don't know what it is, man. I was not a hugger years ago. I can honestly say that I was really not a hugger. I shake hands a lot still, but the first time well, I say it took me some time to really get used to the hugging thing. When you have a guy who's 6'7", you know, and I'm roughly around 6 foot. When you have a guy who's like 6'7", he walks up to you and gives you a big bear hug, and he's like one of the nicest guys in the world. It kind of softened me on hugging, I guess, because I used to be like, no, don't you, you're not touching me. I am cause. How dare you? You know. No, I wasn't like that, but yeah, he just massive. He's a good friend of mine now, you know. But it was one of the first times I ever met the guy, and he comes up and gives me this massive bear hug, and I was like, what? I mean, I look like a child in his arms, you know, and I'm a big dude, you know. So anyway, yeah, Colby, I'm excited about. I am very excited about the dealer hall. Like I said, I know nothing about it. I just know whether it's like 60,000 turnstile people coming through. That's gonna be insane to me, you know. Uh, I love crowds, but wow, I'm gonna be blown away by that. I just want to go meet people I know, and I'm gonna be so like focused on that because I'm not gonna be there, but for like 2 days, you know, if that, you know, maybe a day and a half. So we'll see. Yeah, everybody keeps telling me I should go to Origins, and maybe next year, maybe I'll do that. And, you know, we'll just have to see what happens. You know, off. Oh, you are really well. But the channel's steadily taking off, and I'm very happy about that. You know, and so we'll just have to see what happens. We're not one of these bigger channels that we just have an influx of money and we got a bunch of time to spare. I really don't. Like I say, I work 4 jobs. So, let's see. I think it's going to be, well, I'm driving in. I'm sorry. Brian, my co host, he and I, if all goes well, he and I are driving in Thursday night. So we're probably going to get there anywhere between 8 and 9, somewhere around that time frame. And we're going to be there Friday. Okay. And then Saturday, we're going to be there, and we should be driving out Saturday evening, I think, to get back to Memphis, right? It's a 7 hour drive, roughly, from where we are. Um, and so we're going to be heading down from Indianapolis to Memphis, I think, Saturday. We might leave the convention at like 2 or 3 on Saturday. I don't know yet. This is all still in the air. Again, going from we didn't even know we were coming. Um, and so anyway, yeah, that's kind of what we're looking at, Colby. So maybe I'll see Friday, maybe Saturday. I'm going to be running around to different booths, just meeting people. And if you want to see me, you'll have to let me know on social media because I may hang out with Fallen Dominion here and there. Brian and I are talking about that. But we're really wanting to connect with a lot of people in the industry that we know. Yeah, absolutely, man. But anyway, um, it's been fun, guys, and I've really enjoyed interacting with you. Like I say, for me, this personal interaction thing is one of my favorite things to do. And so, yeah, I'm really excited to meet y'all face to face if I meet any of you, Colby in particular. So, anyway, thank you so much. Yeah, dude, I'm hoping you get there, brother. I really am. I'd love to meet you. I'm really excited to shake hands, bear hugs, whatever. Take funny pictures together. Uh, did y'all see Daniel Zayas at Origins? My goodness, that guy was throwing his smile around everywhere, taking hilarious pictures with everybody, right? So, but um, but anyway, keep in mind, we'll be at Gen Con for those 2 days. Also, keep an eye on the channel for the giveaway. Like I say, we got to hit 500 subscribers, I think, is what we want to do. And then we'll probably throw that giveaway together sometime after Gen Con. We'll see how it works out. And I'm very excited to see Not My Eyeball games. I'm excited to see y'all too. Y'all have been amazing. And I love y'all. And we still need to talk, George. We need to talk on Facebook Messenger soon. Okay? And we'll talk on the phone as well. Because I still need to talk to you about your Center Shaft game. And by the way, anybody who I'm gonna give y'all a plug real quick. Anybody who hasn't seen this game yet, Center Shaft, Fallen Elements, Not My Eyeball Games is in here right now, okay? And they are the developers and designers of this game. Oh, I see I put the box top on wrong. But if you like tile laying games and adventurous, kind of like Indiana Jones style games and things like that, this might be up your alley. I'm I'm going to be doing a video on it here for their Kickstarter. I think it's in October, is it not, George? Is it George on the line right now, or is it Hattie? But anyway, let me know. But I think their Kickstarter's not going to be in October. This game, it just when he put it on the table, it looks really, really cool, you know. And so, got some cool pieces to it. Gonna have some fun miniatures when they're done. But if you look at that artwork, look at that. Isn't that amazing? So I'm just giving them a quick plug just because they've been so amazing and they sent me this to do a video on. So, but anyway, okay, George. Well, there you go. I plugged you, brother. And I'm excited to see you up there too. And hoping we can all have lunch together or something. I've got a group of guys that we're trying to, or I think you know Derek Funkhauser from Board Game Spotlight. I don't know what's going to happen yet. We're supposed to talk. We might. I don't want to speak for him, but we might be getting together for a lunch with me and him and a group of guys. I don't know that yet. I'm spitballing again, but we have kind of chatted about different things, the possibilities. So again, I don't want to speak for him, but maybe we can all get together that way. But anyway, guys, it's been so much fun. So excited to see y'all. I can stay on here all night, but I got things I got to do. Games to review and games to play, and it's the life, right? And hoping one day, thank you, sir. Jeff, I appreciate your prayers, man. I can use them all day long. But I'm hoping one day that maybe we can go further with this, with this channel at some point. don't know what the future holds. I'm just gonna keep on plugging away and see what happens, man. I'm excited about it, and hey, love y'all. Really appreciate you. Y'all have a blessed day, and who knows my tagline? Come on, somebody say it for me. I want to hear it or see it. Come on. Nobody's saying it. You guys don't wait till the end of my videos. All right. Hey, game away, y'all.